Okay, today we're gonna talk about how to decide whether to be a 1099 contractor or a W-2 employee. To say that differently, do you want to own your own business and run it like a real business, or do you want to operate essentially as an employee of the consulting firm that you're working for? And I have this conversation quite a bit, even for the folks that work for our firm. And I gotta be honest, I feel like I'm not the best, most empathetic person to have this conversation because I can't understand why people don't get this. In my mind, it is obvious that you do this because otherwise you're leaving money on the table. I'm gonna try to walk you through how I have this conversation with people, but you need to just recognize that I'm a little bit biased just because I have a strong belief that you should operate as a 1099. So just know that, and let me walk you through how we talk to our own people about making this decision. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to understand reality. And the reality is that if you're going to operate as a W-2, you are paying somebody else to mitigate your risk, and you are going to pay for it. So if you work for me and I'm going to carry you as a W-2 employee, I'm going to decrease what I pay you to mitigate my risk. And I'm going to charge you a fee to do that. So you're paying for the risk no matter what. That's the reality. Now, maybe most people won't tell you the honest truth, and maybe we're oversharing here, but that's kind of like what we do. So that is the reality, and that is what we tell people that work for us. By the way, sometimes they opt in to do that because they want to they just want to know that they've got this amount of money and they're going to live off that amount of money, and that's fine. I'm just going to take a higher percent of the profit to mitigate my risk to do that, and we'll share that risk. The second thing to understand is taxes. We talk about this in much greater detail on other videos, so I'm not going to belabor it here. When you are a W-2 employee, you earn money, you are taxed immediately. It comes out of your paycheck, and then you're able to spend what's left over. When you are a business entity, you earn money, you spend money, and then you are taxed on what's left over. If you don't understand that concept, you need to get educated today because it is impacting the amount of money that you are putting in your pocket. Search our content. We have a lot more content on that, and we also point you to other content from experts. But at this point, we are experts. So use our content, it's relevant to you. The third way to think about this is to be honest with yourself about what your risk tolerance is. So now that you understand reality, which by the way, most people don't, but now that you do understand reality and we've walked you through that, I've literally had this conversation 1,000 times. I'm not kidding. Thank God I'm putting it down on video, so now I can just point people to this video. Once you understand reality, whether you believe it or not, and you may not believe it, that will help you define your risk tolerance. But now that you have the right information, now you can make an accurate decision on your risk tolerance level. And if you are so risk averse that you don't believe in yourself and you want to shift that risk to somebody else and you're willing to essentially pay them and you're going to take less money, do it. And don't apologize for it. Be intentional. If we're doing nothing else on this site, we are trying to give you real life information so that you can be intentional with your decisions. Don't apologize. Make your choice about what you're going to do and own it and live with it. And that leads us into our last and final advice. Reserve the right to change. Is what we see from the people that select W-2 is that they get in and they eventually recognize that what we told them was true and they want to convert over. And once they convert over, they're like, why didn't anybody tell me this before? We get that all the time, and they never go back. So if you go through this process, this is just a fair way to meet you wherever you are in your journey. And that's all we're trying to do. But we want you to have honest information that it seems like other people don't share. I don't know why it took me till I was 30, mid-30s to figure all this out. I don't know why they didn't teach me this in school. That's part of the reason why we wrote a book. That's part of the reason why we're doing this website, is we want to tell you the truth. But if you need to ease into it, don't be apologetic. But when you finally figure it out, that we know what we're talking about, be able to change so that you can put the money in your pocket. And we are here to help you. All the resources that you need are on this website. So as you go through your journey, we are here to help you. This is a powerful video. We should figure out a way to promote this video, because I find that this is the logical thought process that many people need to go through. So hopefully this helped. As always, let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you have questions. If we're not answering the way that you're making your thinking, the way that you need to think through it for you, drop us a note. We'll just drop a video and get it out there. Thanks for your time.